Hello guys, I'm here today with a updated video on the original build posted by CottonDynosaur on RageGamingVideos channel, his 100% paralysis hammer build. Sorry if I stutter, I'm not that good at this. Now to put it forward, his build comes out with 50% affinity, 480 paralysis element and 1118 attack. Not a bad build to start with. The skills it comes up with, we have 7 critical eye, 3 stun resistance, 3 paralysis attack, 3 free element up, crit boost 3, weakness exploit 3, maximum might 2, and handicraft 1. Now, if you want to see how you get that build, I'd hop over to RageGamingVideos and check it out yourself. Now, since that build was released over 2 months ago, we've had the addition of the arch-tempered monsters, and as a result, I have drastically improved the build. As you can see, we have more affinity. Oh, we have not more affinity. We have the same affinity, the same element. However, we come up with a bit more damage. And the skills we get are critical eye 6, attack boost 4. So that's already resulting in the same level of critical eye because you get the 5% from attack boost with an extra 4 attack. Then you get paralysis attack 3, and pretty much all the rest of the skills are the same. Except that his build came with an extra stun resistance, making you immune to stun. How I woe that, because the amount of times I get stunned is ridiculous. Now I'll show you what I used to put this together. First of all, the weapon, the barrel breaker, starts with negative 10% affinity. With an affinity increase, it's put at 0, allowing this build to reach the 100% crit. Now, you could say my build is a bit more difficult to get. However, I played this game for tons of hours and I can tell you that this build does outperform his. Now we do mostly result in the same skills as his, except we come out with an extra 4 attack. This is done with the inclusion of the Kaiser Crown Gamma, the Kulftaroth Alpha Chest, the Draken Gauntlets, which by the way are the best things to hit this game in my opinion, the Kulftaroth Beta Waist and the Kirin Beta Waist. So most of the armour in our builds are comparable except from the gloves and the helmet, which I chose to switch. Now his build originally took 7 expert jewels, which for people just starting off the game, such as people on PC, since this game just released there, this seemed like an impossibility. Now, one thing I'm gonna put this ahead is regardless of if you don't have this many attack jewels, you'd only have to switch out one of these attack jewels with a critical eye to achieve the same result and still have the extra attack boost. And you'll even with if we were to have the exact same skills as his, we'd remove all the attack jewels that we have and we still come out with an extra attack boost, and we just slot in an expert jewel. I have tons of these at this point, and that would result in the exact same build as he does. However, this comes out with an extra slot than his would result in. So it's just the mix of this armor makes it better. Now, we're going to put this head. I'm not hating on him. He's the whole reason I got into using a hammer. I'm just telling the community in general that this is an improvement over his build. So I'm now going to show you how this build performs and the way my method to personally taking out any monsters in this game. So first, I'm going to switch over to my Mushroommancer build. Now, for those that don't know, the combination of Mushroommancer and Wide Range can be used to apply buffs, not just to yourself but to a full team, which is why I love this build. I can do a separate video with the Mushroommancer build if people ask for it. So we're now going to fight a Tempered Gigante. Now this is pretty standard at this point. This is endgame, 1 feint, 43,000 zenny, 15 minutes, pretty easy. One thing I always do before a hunt, and which I recommend to all players should do, is eat the canteen. The canteen can make a hunt that much faster. Always restock your roast. I've been cooking up all the mushrooms I have at the moment because I don't really go after tails that much anymore. And I will go into this build with... I'll go into the battle with attack up large. Like I said, the skills I got from that weren't too great, but the attack up large more than makes up for it. That's the one part I don't like about this game, is the huge wait time. And speaking of the devil, here it's done. Alright, we'll now move into it. Now, something about my mushroom answer build. I love every aspect of it except from the mask. And the reason that is the reason I have to keep the mask is because I am missing one fungiform jewel. If I got an extra fungiform jewel, putting me at the total of 3, I'd be able to make this build as best as I could possibly make it. So here's what I do. I would go into a game and I'd stuff my face full of mushrooms. I think I'm also going to switch on the Rocksteady mantle. Now, like I said, there's nothing inherently better about this build other than the inclusion of an extra 4 attack boost. Other than that, the builds are more or less the exact same and will result in the same way. I have great admiration for CottonDynosaur, who originally came up with the build and posted it to RageGaming's YouTube channel. However, I suck at using a hammer. That's why we bring the Rocksteady mantle. Because the Rocksteady mantle is really good. Now this build is 100% crit on weak spots and 50% crit on non-weak spots. And here is the result of the process already. Now I am running my Palico with the paralysis weapon as well, as the mixture of the paralysis weapon as well as the as well as the Molotov cocktail weapon results in a great amount of paralysis being applied, since the cocktail applies it. And not many people seem to know that. I'm going to preface this game. I'm going to preface this. I am not the best Monster Hunter player or video creator, for that matter. Now I am definitely in this for a under 10-minute hunt. Whether or not I'll do better than that, it's up to fate at this point. I'm not the best at this game, and anything can go wrong. I'm going to put a bit of a self-advertisement here. I do run a pretty decent squad in my opinion on Monster Hunter for PS4. And I know the game's now moving to PC, but I'd still like to get put with this game. Now, shit, I should have let him go back to camp. Take on Nergy. Nergy is the fodder for any new builds that people make. People will see this quite often. If you see a new build being created on YouTube, most likely they're fighting a Nergigante. Which is kind of sad. I really like the monster. But he is the most, in my opinion, he is the easiest Elder Dragon, followed by Valzak. And there he goes. That really wasn't that bad. We did that in exactly 4 minutes. So, like I said, this build isn't inherently the best hammer build, as neither is CottonDynosaur's, but this is definitely an improvement over his. However, I don't have any disrespect for his build, because I actually really enjoy it. I really hope he sees this and improves the build himself, because he mentioned in that video that it is his favourite hammer build. So I hope that he sees this. Anyway, with this hunt wrapping up, did it in exactly 4 minutes. This is a good place to end the video. Goodbye.